Are you eating a healthy meal, like a bowl of rice with chicken and vegetables? Or maybe a sandwich, only to feel starving, exhausted, and completely brain fogged just 2 hours later? Or are you tracking your blood sugar and you see these huge spikes after you eat, and even when you're trying to be good? You've been told the only answer is to cut out all the carbs and to give up the bread, the pasta, the rice, the potatoes, basically all the foods that make life enjoyable. I know how frustrating this is. It feels like you're in a lose-lose situation. You either eat the foods you love and feel terrible, or you eat a joyless, restrictive diet and still feel deprived and exhausted. What if I told you there was a better way? It's a powerful, scientifically proven way to dramatically lower your post-meal blood sugar spike by up to 73% without giving up a single food you love. It sounds like clickbait, but I assure you, it's not. It's one of the most profound yet simple physiological hacks you can ever learn. It's not about what you're eating, it's about the order in which you eat it. As a doctor, this is one of the very first things I teach my patients who are struggling with prediabetes and insulin resistance or just that stubborn inflammatory belly fat. In this video, we are going to do a deep dive into the science of food sequencing. I am going to explain exactly what is happening inside your stomach, your intestines, and your bloodstream when you eat. I'll show you why eating your fiber and protein and things before your carbs is the golden key. And I'm going to give you a simple step-by-step action plan that you can start using at your very next meal.
Before we get to the solution, we have to understand the problem. And the problem is not just sugar, the problem is the glucose spike. When you eat a meal, the carbohydrates in that meal are broken down into their simplest form, which is glucose. This glucose enters your bloodstream to be used as fuel. This is normal. Your blood sugar is supposed to rise a bit after you eat. But what most of us are experiencing is not a gentle, rolling hill. It's a Six Flags roller coaster. You eat a meal high in refined carbs, let's say a bowl of pasta, or even just the bread basket before dinner. That glucose floods your bloodstream all at once, creating a huge, rapid spike. We call this a postprandial, after meal, glucose excursion. Your body hates this. High levels of glucose in the blood are toxic. So your pancreas, your body's dedicated metabolic firefighter, sees this massive glucose fire and does the only thing it can. It panics. It releases a tidal wave of the hormone insulin to put out the fire and get that sugar out of your blood fast. This massive insulin dump does its job a little too well. It shoves that glucose into your cells, your liver, muscles, and fat cells, so aggressively that your blood sugar doesn't just return to normal, it crashes. This is called reactive hypoglycemia. That crash, that is the moment, about 90 minutes to 2 hours after you ate, when you suddenly feel your energy vanish. You get irritable, or hangry, your brain feels like it's full of cotton, you can't focus, and most importantly, you get a powerful, desperate craving for more sugar, more carbs, to bring your blood sugar back up. So you reach for a cookie, or a soda, or another piece of bread, and you just got right back on the roller coaster for another ride. This cycle, the spike, the crash, the craving, the repeat, is the root of so many of our modern health problems. But it's not just a feeling. On a microscopic level, this spike is causing profound damage. When your blood is saturated with sugar, that sugar literally sticks to proteins in your body. It's a process called glycation. I want you to think about this in a very simple way. It's like caramelization. It's what happens when you heat sugar. It gets sticky, brown, and stiff. This is happening inside your body. That sugar is caramelizing the proteins in your skin, making it less elastic and causing wrinkles. It's caramelizing the proteins in the tiny blood vessels in your eyes, leading to cataracts and retinopathy. It's caramelizing the proteins in your arteries, making them stiff and brittle, which leads to high blood pressure and heart disease. This glycation creates compounds called AIDs, or advanced glycation end products. That name is no accident. They are literally, physiologically aging you from the inside out. And all of this is driven by that high, fast, post-meal spike. So, the goal of a truly healthy life isn't necessarily to eliminate carbs, it's to control them. The goal is to flatten that curve, to turn that dangerous, spiky mountain into a long, low, gentle hill. And the simple secret to doing that lies in how you start your meal. To understand how to flatten the curve, let's first trace the journey of a typical meal, eaten the wrong way. Let's call this the carb-first or naked carb approach. Imagine you sit down at a restaurant, you're starving. The waiter brings over that delicious, warm bread basket. What's the first thing you do? You grab a piece and eat it. Or maybe you're at home, making a stir-fry. You put the rice in the bowl first, then add the chicken and vegetables on top. But the first bite, and most subsequent bites, are dominated by that rice. Here is the exact metabolic cascade that happens when you eat carbs first on an empty stomach. Immediate breakdown. The carbohydrates, especially refined ones like bread or white rice, are very simple molecules. Your saliva starts breaking them down immediately. They hit your stomach and are almost instantly broken down into pure glucose, the glucose dump. Because there is nothing else in your stomach to slow them down, this bolus of pure glucose is dumped directly from your stomach into your small intestine. Think of it like opening a fire hose, the tsunami absorption. Your small intestine is the superabsorbent organ where nutrients enter your blood. It is now hit with this tsunami of glucose. With no filter and no warning, it all floods directly into your bloodstream. The panic response. As we just discussed, your pancreas sees this massive, unexpected spike and panics. It overreacts, dumping a huge, disproportionate amount of insulin into your blood. The spike and crash. This leads directly to that roller coaster. The huge spike, the glycation, the massive insulin response, and the inevitable energy-sapping, craving-inducing crash a couple of hours later. This carb-first method is a reactive, violent, and metabolically stressful way to eat. It's like constantly flooring the gas pedal and then slamming on the brakes. Your body can only take so much of that before the system starts to break down. That breakdown is called insulin resistance. It's when your cells get so tired of all that insulin screaming at them that they start to ignore the signal. That is the doorway to type 2 diabetes. So how do we fix this? We don't slam the brakes, we just don't floor the gas pedal. We do this by dressing our carbs. We give them armor. We send in a recon team before the main carbohydrate army arrives. This brings us to the magic of food sequencing. The rule is simple. Veggies first, protein and fat second, carbs and starches last. Let's look at part 1, veggies first. Why is this so powerful? It's all about fiber. When you eat your vegetables first, your salad, your broccoli, your green beans, you are sending a protective shield into your digestive system. The soluble fiber in these vegetables mixes with the water in your stomach and forms a thick, viscous gel. This gel-like mesh coats the inside of your small intestine. Now think back to our fire hose analogy. You've just put a filter in the drain. So, 10 to 15 minutes later, when you do eat those carbs, the pasta, the rice, the bread, they are no longer dumped into your intestine. They are held in the stomach, and they trickle out slowly. When they do hit the intestine, they can't flood into your bloodstream. They get caught in that fiber gel mesh. They have to be absorbed slowly, gradually, and in a controlled manner. There is no spike. There is no tsunami. You've mechanically flattened the curve before the meal even really got started. This alone is a game changer, but it's only half of the story. The other half is hormonal. And this is where it gets really fascinating. This brings us to part 2 of the golden rule. Protein and fat second. So you've eaten your fiber shield, your vegetables. Now, you eat your protein and healthy fats, your chicken, your fish, your steak, your avocado, your olive oil. This step is not just about calories or macros. This is a hormonal signaling step. When protein and fat leave your stomach and enter the first part of your small intestine, the duodenum, they trigger the cells in your gut lining to release a group of powerful hormones called incretins. These are gut hormones that send signals to the rest of your body, telling it that food has arrived. The hero hormone in this story, the one I want you to remember, is called GLP-1, which stands for glucagon-like peptide 1. If this name sounds familiar, it's because GLP-1 is the exact hormone that breakthrough diabetes and weight loss drugs like Ozempic, Wegovy, and Mounjaro are designed to mimic. You don't need an injection to get this benefit. You can tell your own body to produce it, for free, simply by eating your protein and fat before your carbohydrates. And GLP-1 is, quite frankly, a metabolic miracle. It does 4 incredible things. All at once. It gives the pancreas a heads up. GLP-1 travels through your bloodstream to your pancreas. But instead of causing a panic reaction, it gently knocks on the door and says, "Hello, food has just arrived. It looks like some carbohydrates are probably on the way. Let's get prepared." In response, the pancreas releases a small, appropriate, anticipatory amount of insulin. This is so different from the tidal wave of insulin we saw before. This is a calm, proactive, and measured response. It applies the brakes on your stomach. This is my favorite part. GLP-1 signals your stomach to slow down gastric emptying. This means your stomach physically holds on to its contents for longer. So that pasta or rice that you're about to eat last will now be held in your stomach, and it will be released into your small intestine in a slow, controlled trickle over a longer period, instead of all at once. It signals fullness to your brain. GLP-1 is a powerful satiety hormone. It travels to the hypothalamus in your brain and sends a clear signal. We're receiving fuel. We're good. You can stop eating now. This is why, when you eat this way, you will find you get fuller, faster, and you are satisfied with less food. You're no longer fighting your willpower. You've changed your biochemistry. It tells your liver to chill out. At the same time, GLP-1 tells your liver to stop producing and releasing its own stored sugar, a process called gluconeogenesis. It basically says, we've got fuel coming in from food, so you don't need to dump more sugar into the blood. Now, let's put this entire beautiful cascade together. You sit down to your meal. Step 1. Veggies first. You eat your salad. You've now created the fiber gel mesh in your intestine. Step 2. Protein-fat second. You eat your chicken. You've now triggered the release of GLP-1. The result, your GLP-1 is high. Your stomach is breaking. Your pancreas is ready, but not panicking. Step 3. Carbs last. Now you eat the bread, or the rice, or the pasta. What happens to those carbs? First, they are held in the stomach and released slowly, thanks to GLP-1. Second, they trickle into the intestine and are mechanically slowed down by the fiber gel mesh, thanks to the veggies. Third, the tiny bit of glucose that does get into your bloodstream is instantly and efficiently met by that small pre-released welcome party of insulin, thanks again to GLP-1. The result? No spike, no crash, no glycation, no hangry feeling, no fat storage. You just ate the exact same meal, but you had a profoundly different and profoundly healthier metabolic experience. And this isn't just theory. Groundbreaking studies, including landmark research from Dr. Alpana Shukla at Weill Cornell Medical College, have measured this. They gave participants the exact same meal, like chicken, broccoli, and ciabatta bread, on different days, just changing the order. The results are staggering. When the participants ate the carbs last, their post-meal glucose spike was reduced by up to 73%, and their insulin spike was reduced by up to 48%. Think about that. A 73% reduction in the damage from a meal. That is more powerful than many medications. And all you did was change the order in which you ate your food. This is the point in the consultation where my patients get excited, but then they ask, "Okay, doctor, this sounds amazing. But what does this actually look like in real life?" It sounds complicated. I promise you it's not. It just requires a tiny one-time shift in your thinking. Once you get it, you'll do it forever. Let's build your new food sequencing action plan. The golden rule, one more time. Veggies first. Protein and fat second. Carbs and starches last. Let's walk through some real-world meals. At a restaurant, this is the easiest place to practice. The old way. The bread basket arrives, you eat it. Your meal, e.g., steak, fries, and a small side salad, arrives, and you eat a bite of steak, then a bite of fries, then a bite of salad, mixing it all up. The new sequencing way. Veggies. First, when the waiter takes your order, you say, "Can you please bring me a simple side salad to start?" Ask for olive oil and vinegar for the dressing. That's your healthy fat. Eat this entire salad before your main course arrives. This is your fiber armor. This is you lining your intestine with that protective gel. Main course arrives, steak, fries, and broccoli. Veggies. First, again, eat all of the broccoli. Protein and fat. Second, now eat your steak. Enjoy it. Savor it. This is triggering your GLP-1 break and satiety signals. Carbs last. By now, you're already feeling pretty full and satisfied. Now, at the very end of the meal, you can enjoy those fries. You will be shocked to find that you're satisfied with just a few. You no longer have that bottomless pit feeling because your GLP-1 has already told your brain you're full. At home, let's say you've made a classic healthy meal: salmon, quinoa, and roasted asparagus. The old way. You put it all in a bowl, mix it up, and eat it. The quinoa, the carb, gets in with every bite. The new sequencing way. Veggies. First, plate your meal, but eat all of the asparagus first. Protein and fat. Second, now eat the salmon. Carbs. Last, finally eat the quinoa. It's the same plate of food, it just has a 73% smaller blood sugar spike. Mixed meals. The advanced class. This is where people get stuck. What about a burger, a sandwich, a bowl of pasta? You have two options: deconstruct or preload. Burgers, the preload. Best. Order a side salad and eat it all first. Then, eat your burger. This is the simplest, most effective preload of fiber armor, the deconstruct. Take the top bun off. Eat the patty, cheese, lettuce, and tomato with a knife and fork, protein, fat, hot fiber. Then, eat the bottom bun and your fries last. Sandwiches, the deconstruct. This is easy. Open the sandwich. Eat the insides first, the turkey, cheese, lettuce, tomato. Then, eat the bread. The preload. Eat a handful of raw carrots or celery sticks before you even touch the sandwich. Pasta or pizza, the toughest ones. The preload is non-negotiable here. You must eat a large, fiber-rich salad, veggies, with a healthy fat dressing, protein fat, before you let the pasta or pizza touch your lips. This is the only way to armor your body against that massive refined carb load. If you're having pasta with meatballs, a better way is 1. Salad first. 2. Eat the meatballs, protein. 3. Then eat the pasta, carbs. You'll notice this strategy doesn't ask you to eliminate anything. It just asks you to be strategic. It puts you back in the driver's seat. It's the difference between your food controlling you, the spike and crash, and you controlling your food. Try this at your very next meal. Just one meal. Eat your vegetables first, your protein second, and your carbs last. And just notice how you feel 2 hours later. You'll find the energy, the mental clarity, and the absence of cravings. And that's all the motivation you'll ever need.
So the power to dramatically change your metabolic health is already on your plate. We've learned that the order in which you eat your food is a powerful hormonal and mechanical signal to your body. The two key takeaways are veggies first. This creates a viscous fiber mesh in your gut that mechanically slows down the absorption of sugar, protein, and fat cells. Second, this triggers the release of your body's own powerful GLP-1 hormone, which slows down your stomach and prepares your pancreas for the carbs you're about to eat. The result? You turn a dangerous glucose spike into a gentle hill, slashing the damage, stopping the crash, and putting your body in a state of calm, stable energy. All without giving up the foods you love. If you found this video helpful, if this was an aha moment for you, please share it with someone you care about. This is information that could truly change a person's life, especially if they're struggling with prediabetes or just can't figure out why they're always tired and hungry. And please, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. I release new, in-depth videos every single week to help you understand what's really happening inside your body and give you the tools to take back your health. Now, I want to hear from you. What is your single biggest struggle with blood sugar or post-meal cravings? And are you willing to try this food sequencing trick at your next meal? Leave your questions and your experiences in the comments below. I'm going to do my best to answer as many as I can. Thank you so much for watching. Be well.